What's up, y'all? Welcome to my channel. This look is Poison Ivy, Halloween inspired. Let's jump right to it. For this look, I used my BH Supernova palette and I used the lighter green color, put that in my crease, and I blended that out. Another darker green color, and I blended that with that as well. Black, and I put that in my outer corner for my NYX palette. Then I used my NYX eye cream base and I cut my crease halfway. You really want to use more than one layer because this stuff is white, and you really want that white to be white. So when you put your color down, it really pops. You gotta get it popping, that's it. And then you want to put a powder over that because you want your powder shadow to blend. I used the lightest green that I can find, the most pigmented color that I had. And I really doubled the layer because I wanted it to pop. I didn't want it to look ashy. I didn't want none of that. So I put more than one layer, and yeah. Then I added the black from my Take Me to Brazil palette, and I blended that to the green. Or should I say to the white, because it looked like it went to the white. Then I took my glitter primer and I added my glitter into my crease, just to give that green a little bit more pizzazz. You know, I'm extra, so I would like to take the extra mile. Period. No. And then I use my makeup wipe to clean the corners. I use the gold for under the eyebrow. These lashes I picked up from the Spirit store. They were bright red, already there. I had the green eyes. I was like, why not? Eyeliner, I use liquid, and I make it as exaggerated as possible. I drag it all the way down. Eyeliner so sharp it can cut somebody. What you trying to do? Get to it. So that's what I like to do. And then I applied my foundation and concealer off camera. So what you see here is me blending it through. Period. Adding a little bit of powder, just, you know, a regular setting powder, just to mattify it just a little bit before I put on my liquid latex. Wow, gorgeous. Then I added my lime green for under the eye, into the inner corner. Also Take Me Back to Brazil palette. Then I used black into the outer corners as well, and I blended that through just to make everything connected. With those lashes though, come on y'all know those is killer. And on this part, that liquid latex, it's really liquidy, so you really want it to dry, so you have to hold it a little bit. You might have to blow dry it, do what you gotta do, apply a lot of layers, because this stuff is kind of tricky to work with. So as soon as you get a little bit of hold on there, you really want to start adding that cotton. Me, I was playing around with the branches because I wanted it to look as if the branches were really coming out of her skin. So you see me here trying to really make that branch look isolated a little bit, because I wanted it to look like roots kind of coming out of her face with a little bit of leaf out. You know? So you see me here adding the cotton. On this part, you really want to make sure your cotton is broke apart before you start adding it on with the liquid latex, because it gets really messy, and that's a no-no. I don't like a mess when I'm working with makeup, so really organize your work area first before you start applying your cotton and your liquid latex. When building the cotton and the liquid latex, you want to make sure you're pulling those ends, making those look thin, because you want it to look as if her skin is stretched, as if it's really coming out of her skin. You want it to look realistic. So yeah, really stretch that cotton. And if you notice that the cotton is just looking just like cotton, you want to go over it with a little more liquid latex to make it look a little more together. Do that on the other side as well. And on this side, I didn't want it to be as much going on over here because it just wouldn't have been balanced. And I'm all about balance. So I took it real light over here. Again, stretch those ends, baby. And make those look as realistic as you can. Then you want to take your foundation color and just throw that over the cotton, like so. And if you got to use your finger to really blend some of that foundation in, don't be scared, sis, because I had to do it too. And it really helps make it a little more smooth. Some of the areas you can't get, so it really helps. Over here, it was kind of hard to get those, tighter areas, so I had to switch brushes and use a smaller brush. Then I used a darker brown just to add to the areas to give it more dimension. I'm trying to make it look as realistic as possible. Both sides. Then I use black and put that in the area to where the wounds will really be deep. These areas you will be adding the fake blood, so you really want to eyeball where you're going to put this. You can kind of tell though, like the areas that's a little more spaced out, the areas that like right on the areas that are lifted, anywhere that it will be darker naturally. Don't be scared to kind of freestyle with it. Like I just opened the area here and added a little more black. I just felt like it was just necessary, Again here, open it up a little bit, add black. Then I use my purple from my BH After Midnight palette just to make it look a little more bruise-like, make it look a little realistic. I'm doing what I gotta do. You already know what that looks like. If that looks like a bruise, she's in action. Use your scissors and do not be afraid to cut that cotton. But be careful because you don't want to cut yourself. So don't go as deep. You should be able to tell how far you put the cotton. So just go at it. I wanted it to look like the branches were coming out her face, so I made sure the ends were showing as well as some parts of the middle. And then your bottle of blood. Put those in the areas where you put the black, and you might have to put a lot because the cotton tends to suck up that blood. So I went blood crazy. I wanted mine to look fresh flesh. You know how it is. Nah, but I really wanted mine to look fresh as if it just happened. So I used a lot of it. It's my favorite part, so. Yes, the blood go up. the blood glass. Then I took my Urban Decay lipstick and I used it as a liner because that's all I had. Work with what you got. Then I used my red matte lipstick because it wasn't as bright and I knew I was going to put glitter over it, so it really didn't matter. And then I blended that all the way through. Then I added my glitter. And you cannot forget that lip gloss. The lip gloss is the boss, honey. And that is my take on Poison Ivy. Get with it. Hey, and don't forget to like and subscribe. You see that below. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Let's do it the K way. Thanks for watching.